Okay, so in today's class, we will learn how we can host a static website in AWS S3 bucket. All right. So, do you have idea anything about the static website? What is static website?
Static website?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so just like there are two type of website, right? One is static and one is dynamic, all right? In terms of just like a category of the website, right? So static
Right.
static website is that where you don't change any code on daily basis, right? Once
Right.
you build your website, that will be consistent, right? You don't have to do any modification in live environment, all right? That will be constant, right? Means there no database will be there, only some HTML file will be there, right? So that is called basically in second term you can say HTML website is called static websites, all right? So
Yeah.
people build a static website in a many way, but the building website is not our work, all right? That developer will take care, all right? So what you have to do as an administrator or as a DevOps, you have to just host this website, right? Either on server or either on AWS S3, right? Whatever procedure they want, you have to follow that. Just like so in AWS, there is a feature of hosting a website on S3 bucket. All right. So S3 bucket, and that is very, very cheaper, right? You don't have to manage any server, you don't have to do anything just like related to server, you don't have to configure any web server, nothing. You just need to host it on AWS. Right. So in today's class, we will cover all these things, right? So that you can understand how we can host it from scratch. Scratch means each and everything, right? So let me share my screen so that you can understand. Okay, sharing. Where is the, okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, so I have shared my screen. Are you able to see it? Able to
Yeah, I
see
can
it?
see your screen. Yeah, I
Okay.
can see your screen.
So to host this website, I have created this just like a right high level of steps, right? So what you have to perform to host this website on AWS. So the very first thing you should have a code, right? Means the website code. It should be ready with you, all right? And second task, what you will do, you will create a S3 bucket, all right? In third task, you will upload your all the website code into the bucket, all right? And then you have to enable static website hosting in the bucket from properties. Fifth, enable public access for bucket from permissions, and then make all object publicly available, right? And enable object ownership, right, on ACL. So this thing you can do by two way. Either you can directly write a ACL or either you can enable this, right? And then you have to create a CNAME record to point your domain, right? And in the last, you have to migrate your domain to Cloudflare or make static website secure. Okay, so what we will do, we will do the step number 8 very first, because once you will migrate your domain, it will take some time to replicate, right? So let's do this migration in the very first. so that when we will finish our S3 hosting, all right, our domain will be ready. Okay. So so two things is there. Very first, we are going to migrate a live domain from GoDaddy to Cloudflare. So why we are migrating this, right, in our this topic, so that we can put SSL on our website, right? Without it, you will not able to use SSL. So another way is that you can use CloudFront, right? So one feature of AWS is also there, CloudFront. But when you will configure CloudFront is a chargeable, right? So chargeable, they charge for a CloudFront, right? And basically it's a CDN feature, right, in AWS. So they charge for it. So if you want to use CloudFront, you can go with the CloudFront. But if you want to use in a free means you don't want to pay the charges for this CDN and all, right, then you should go for the your Cloudflare. Okay. So in this, we are going to migrate our domain to the Cloudflare. So how you will migrate your domain on the Cloudflare? So let's go on the browser. So see, we have two things here. One is our account with GoDaddy. So our main domain is purchased inside the GoDaddy. So we have this domain, right? Not this. This is my actual domain. So this domain we have. So we are going to do practical on this only, right? So you have to click on nscloudacademy.in, right? So this is the domain which I'm going to migrate from GoDaddy to Cloudflare, right? So once you will log in, right? So you can go from here, right? Once you will log in, right? Here you can click on my products. Once you will click on my products, you will see your all products here, right? Whatever you have purchased inside your account, you will see here, right? So here we have our two domains. So you just click on manage all. From here, you go to the domain which you want to migrate, right? So just click on the domain. See here, we have a DNS options, right? So inside this DNS options, right, you have this all existing domain. So it will be safe if before migrating, make sure you just export it, right? So export your zone file for the safety purpose, right? It's not required, but for the safety purpose, you always export your zone when you want to migrate any domain, so that if after migration, if any domain or any record is mismatched, you can check in the zone file and you can create it. Okay. So it's very simple. So as of now, we have not done anything on GoDaddy, right? I'm just showing you. Now let's go on the Cloudflare, right? So this is the Cloudflare. All right. So I have just simply created my account and logged in the system. Still nothing is there. All right. So what we have to do, it is saying add website or application as a Cloudflare zone to make it faster, more secure. So let's get started, right? So once you will click, you will find this right, post here, right? So this option, enter your domain name. So you have to enter the domain name which you want to migrate here, right? Just, or either you can click from here, either you can go from the websites here, right? So in this website, we don't have anything, right? So just next and then continue. Okay. Once you will do the continue, Cloudflare automatically fetch your all the records and everything inside the Cloudflare account. You don't have to do any much effort. So here, Cloudflare provides some right, pro, business, enterprise, right, and free one. So we don't have to choose any paid service because in free also, Cloudflare provides so many features, just like easy to use DNS, right? DDoS protection, global CDN, universal SSL certificate. All right, so all these things is already in the free, but if you want to use more features, then you have to choose the paid one, right? So let's choose the free one and then click continue. It will take some minutes, just like 30 minutes, 30 second, 40 second, or a minute. All right. And actually, why it's taking time? Because it's a fetching your all the DNS records and everything, right? See, scanning for existing DNS records. So it will automatically create all the records here, right? See, all the records is there. Whatever records you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check here how many records is there. If anything extra is required, we have to change it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 records is there, but here we have how many records? WW is there, rename is there, S3 is not there, action, right? But it's okay. This 4, 5 record is there, right? Which is actually required, because other records are just like your this domain and all, right? So okay, you can create it later on also if you want, and then just click on continue. So this proxy one, so understand this, why this is proxy. So if you will use this proxy, right, it will hide your actual records, right, with the public. If you will not use this proxy, it will use as a DNS only, right? So just like, let me tell you that too also. So right now I have just turned it off everything, right? So let's do a continue. So now see, in this it is asking change your name server, right? So what you have to do to change your name server, so you can just read all this environment, logging to your domain registrar. Where is your domain registrar? You can find where is your domain registrar, right? A wide resolution issue, right? All these things. So you already know where is your domain, where you have purchased. Actually, why it is showing not showing the GoDaddy account? Because I already just migrated once, and second time I'm migrating the same thing, so some setting is not right showing. But when you will migrate any domain, basically you have to follow these steps. And what you have to do, right, as an administrator, you already know where you have purchased your domain, right? So from where we have purchased our GoDaddy, right? Yes, no, we have purchased our domain in GoDaddy. So people
Yeah.
can have people can have their domain any of the registrar, not only the GoDaddy. So this process will, right, follow. You can follow this process to migrate any domain from any of the registrar, right? Not only with this one. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to just uh, change this DNS record, update. So first, find the list of name server at your registrar, add both of your assigned Cloudflare name server, and remove any other name server, and save your changes, right? So what we have to do, we have to add our DNS name, right? NS record. It's called NS record, name server record, right? So let's copy it and go on the GoDaddy. So let's go on GoDaddy here. So inside your domain, when you will go on GoDaddy, and inside the DNS options, here, see, all record is there, right? So here also NS record is showing this one, right? So you cannot edit or change this thing. So what you have to do, you have to go in the DNS, and you have to go inside the name server. Here there is an option for name server, right? So here you have to just click on change name server, and it is asking you want to go with the GoDaddy, or you want to use your own name server. So I want to use my own name server, right? So here I can define my same NS record which I got from Cloudflare, right? So this one, okay, this one. So the both the name server. So minimum 2 name server is required when we uh, do a migration. So by default, you will get 2 1, right? But when you migrate domain on AWS, you will get 4 name server. So you have to add all four name server like from here, like this name server like this. Okay. So we have 2 only. So let's keep it 2 and just save it. Okay. So once you will save, it will ask you to continue. So, okay, let's continue because it's a very critical part. Whenever you will change, right, you will lost your control from GoDaddy. See, after changing the name server, right? So still it is showing this one, but let's refresh and see. Okay, so in DNS, again, go in name server. See here, we have changed it, right? See, name server has been changed, right? So once you will change it and again you will go in the DNS record. So what you will see, DNS record, define how your domain behave, right? But you cannot add any record. Why we are not able to add any record? Because now we have lost our control for the DNS from GoDaddy, right? Because we have migrated our domain from DNS to Cloudflare. So just keep in mind the to migrate any domain from anywhere to anywhere, what you have to do? You have to create a zone on the new place. Like new place means either Cloudflare, either AWS, or either your local DNS zone where you have created actual DNS server, anywhere, right? You have to create a zone, right? After that, you have to update your name server record on your registrar, right? And that's it. And it will be done, right? So now our DNS is migrated, right? DNS is migrated from GoDaddy to Cloudflare. So see here, still we are getting this. So you can just click on continue one and then click on finish later, right? So once you will do this and you will go here again on the websites, right? So you will see the status here. It is showing pending name servers, all right? It is showing pending name servers. See this one, right? So how? So either you just wait until this will show active, right? Normally it takes 20-30 minutes, right, to get populated. So what is going the population is happening. So you can open one dnschecker.org. So this is the website which where you can check any DNS. So once you will right, put your website name here, and then here you can check the ns means name server, and just click on search. So here you are able to see in all over the globe, it's already populated, but it is showing the old one, right? See, the name is showing old one which was given by the GoDaddy. So slowly after 20-30 minutes you will see all population is changed, right? It's already right, it's propagate everywhere, right? Basically, right, means automatically it will update to the actual DNS all over the world. Whatever DNS is available, it will replicate everywhere. Okay, but normally it will see what is written normally in the website. When you will migrate, it will say it will take up to 24 hours to complete this propagation, but it's usually not take that much time. It's usually take around 20-30 minutes. Okay, so let's leave this now. Let's leave this. So we will see this in the last now. Okay, our migration is already done. So let's keep it like this and come back in the last. Okay, so let's go in our steps. So this step number 8 is already done. All right, so we have already migrated. So let's see here, start from 1. So static code, right? So we need a static code. So from where we can get the static code? So definitely your developer will give you static code, or your client will give you static code already in your office. But in our scenario, we have our static code in our my GitHub account. So inside this, I have this ecom projects, which is built on the HTML, right? Which is built on HTML. So how I can get this? I can just click on this code, and here we have a HTTPS URL. So I just copy it. Let's go on terminal. Here, I'm just going on desktop. Let's see. Okay, so it seems I already have this code with me here, right? So already let me delete and rm-rf ecom deleted, right? So how I can get this code? Git clone, and then I can paste my git URL, right? So once I will paste it, it will create a ecom folder here, this ecom, right? If you want, you can go on the desktop and you can see here. All right, so where it is, ecom. Yeah, it is here. All right, so this is the code where all the our website code is written, right? Once you will open this HTML, you will see this is the website. See, the benefit of HTML or static website, you can play it from anywhere. You don't need any server or anything. I see everything is working. It is on my local system, but still it is working, right? So this is the benefit of HTML. It's static codes, right? So it will automatically call wherever you will put it, right? So we will host this website on AWS S3, right? So our code is ready. So next task, create S3 bucket. So S3 bucket is a, S3, what is S3 bucket? S3 bucket is just like a file storage, very cheapest file storage on AWS. So for that, what you have to do, you have to log in inside your AWS account, and then you have to go on the Amazon S3. You can click on, or either you can search here also S3 like this. You will see, right? You can go on the S3. But currently we don't have any bucket here, right? See, we don't have any bucket. So it is asking to create a bucket. So let's create a bucket. So create the bucket with the same name which you have domain, right? It's not mandatory, but it's good if you can create with the same name, right? So let's create the bucket here, nscloudacademy.in. And we are going to just like web1 or any name you have to give, right? Just like from which name you want to access this website. So let's decide which name. Let's do one thing. uh, okay, let's do s3 dot. Okay, so s3 dot nscloudacademy.name. So our website name will be created like this, right? So we are going to use s3 dot nscloudacademy. Okay, so we have created a bucket name, choose the bucket. So you can leave all the setting as default. So see, you have an option. When you will get expertise, you can do all step in before creating things, right? You can modify all these things, but right now I'm just leaving default so that you can understand in a proper way, right? So you can leave all the setting by default, whatever it is. Okay, if you want to add tags, you can add it. Otherwise, if you want to leave, you can leave it. All right, so advanced setting, inside advanced setting, all these options is there, but we are not changing anything. We have just given a bucket name, and that's it. Okay, so AWS region, if you want, you can select, but we are not using anything. So we have just created a simple bucket, right, with the name of domain which we want to host, right? So okay, see, now our bucket is created. See, this is the bucket which I have created now, right? So next step is that what we have to do, upload our website into the S3 bucket, right? So great. So let's go and open the this bucket. So, bucket is the only, that is the folder which we have created on AWS to store our file. But you can understand this is very cheapest thing on AWS, right? So it's a very cheapest feature on AWS. Just give me a minute, please. All right. So this is the bucket, right? So what people use for the S3, people store their data, right? People store their archived data, right? So in the bucket, right? So here we are uploading, we have to upload our complete website inside this bucket. Understand? Okay, so you have to go on the bucket, and then here is the option for the objects. Objects is that the content which you have uploaded in the bucket, right? Object, don't confuse, right? Object with bucket, right? Inside bucket you upload object, means the files, right? Files and folder called object inside the S3 bucket. So here option we have, all right, here we have option to upgrade, right? Sorry, upload. So let's upload it. So here we have option to add file and add folders. So just click on add files, right, in the desktop, ecom folder, select everything, right? So we have selected everything. So all file is already selected in one go, and everything is uploaded here, right? So now we have to add folder, right? So you have to go, oh, sorry, cancel here and click on upload. So all file will be uploaded. So it will definitely take some time according to your data size. Okay. So all file are getting uploaded on the AWS S3. Okay, so files are uploaded now. You can click on close. So see, all files are uploaded here. All right. Now we have only uploaded our files, but still folder is there, right? So what you have to do, again, you have to click on upload. All right. So inside upload, see, you have one option for folders. So, but when you are clicking on the folder, see, it is asking to upload your files. So we are not going to upload folder directly. So you have to go back again, and here you have to create a folder. So first, so that you can upload. So inside this, you just check how many folders you have, right? So you have CSS, fonts, image, JS, right? So let's create one folder with the name of CSS. Okay, and create folder. Another folder we have fonts, fonts. Okay, create folders. So you have img, img. So see, I'm doing it with the very, very basic, right? Means I'm not skipping any step or anything. All right. I can only show also with you one single HTML file, but I don't want to show like that. I will upload everything so that you can understand in a proper way. All right. JS, created folder. See, another option is also there. If you know S3 command, you can also upload all this file with one single command. That is with the right AWS S3 command. If you have configured on your system, you can also upload all this file. But that is, you know, uh, you can follow the practice if you know. But this is very basic thing without uh, installing S3 or without configuring AWS CLI on your terminal. All right. So, okay, we have created folders. So let's refresh it so that you can get all the folders here. Okay, so go inside the CSS. Let's upload the CSS first. So upload here CSS. Inside CSS, we have to upload all files. CSS, select, upload. Upload it. Okay, close, go back. The next is fonts. So let's go in the fonts. AWS S3 fonts, fonts, where it is fonts, fonts. Okay. So inside this fonts, we go in the fonts, add file, ecom, fonts, all fonts is uploaded. Great. So fonts is also uploaded. Let's go back in the folder, go on the next folder. What is next folder? After fonts, img. So we have to go in img folder. Here also go inside the img. So inside the img, we have three folder here, right? See, we have three folders. So we have to create three folder again here, right? So we have to create three folders. img, core image, core image, product image, product image. See, if you know AWS CLI, you can just complete all this task within a minute with a single command, right? But we are not using S3 CMD command here or AWS just like CLI command. So we are doing everything from console only, right? We are not taking any help with the command line, right? So inside this BG images, we have this all these images. So let's go in the BG images and upload the BG images here. Ecom, img, bg images, select, upload, upload it. Succeed. Okay, so Okay, so let's go back. Images, inside images, 4 images, upload, add file, images, 4 images. So you have to upload all file and folder one by one, right? So okay, upload it. Now let's go in the product images, upload all files, product images. Uploaded. Done. Okay, so what next? What next? We uploaded image JS. Okay, so now we have JS. So let's go in the S3 bucket and go inside JS folder, upload, add file, ecom, JS. So see inside this we have files and folders too, right? So let's upload the file and then let's go and create this folder also, jQuery. So upload it. Close JS, create folder, jQuery, created. Go inside jQuery, upload. Okay, so uploaded JS query, close JS query. So JS query also uploaded. What next? SCSS. Okay, so last one. So let's go on. So almost everything is uploaded. This is the last one. Upload, add file, ecom, SCSS. Right. So okay, so all files is uploaded now, right? So now our second step is also completed, right? So close. Great. So see, now all files are completed here, right? All files. Okay. So let's suppose you have this index.html, right? So this is the index.html. So this is the object URL. If you want to access this object on internet, automatically you will get, see, HTTPS, S3, all these things, right? So you just click on it and just try to access it and see you are able to access or not. See, it is giving error, row, see, access denied. So why it is giving access denied? Because we have created a bucket called private bucket. See, inside the bucket, if you'll go, you will see the permission. This permission is a private. This is not the public. It's saying that block public access bucket, right? It's on, right? So it's not a public bucket. So, okay, so let's do what do. All right, uploaded, enable static website hosting in the bucket. Okay, so let's do that first. So you will come in the properties. Inside the properties, you have to go in the last, right? In the last here, static website hosting option is there, right? Understand from where you have to go? From bucket, inside the properties, right? So inside the properties, you have to go in the last. Here you will see an option for static website hosting. It is showing disabled now. So you just have to enable it, right? So enable it. And see here, you have to define your HTML, right? Index.html. Just like if you have any other file in place of HTML, so you can define that too also. All right. And second one is error.html. So if you have any code where you have written any just like error message, you can define here. If you don't have, you can leave it like this. Okay. And then save the change. Great. So once you will save the change, AWS will give you this, right? This is your website, right? So it is configured on HTTP as of now. So once you will click on this and just try to access it, still you will get the error, right? See, it is saying continue because it is on HTTP. It is saying access denied. Why? Because we still have not enabled this on a public, right? So let's go here. So let's see the steps 2 also. See, we have enabled. Now it is saying enable public access for the bucket from permissions, right? So again, you have to go in the bucket and then go in the permissions. Here you have this right, public access. So just click on edit, right? You have to remove this one and just save change. And you have to type confirm, right? Confirm. Okay. So now it's accessible publicly, right? So, but still you will face the same issue, right? It is still, it's saying access denied, right? So now what you have to do, enable public access from the bucket permission. Now, next step, what you have to do, make all object publicly accessible by enabling object ownership from ACL enabled, right? So see, we have created this bucket public, but inside that bucket, all objects which we have is still not publicly available, right? So all this bucket is still not publicly available. So either you can write a ACL or either you can define again that basically publicly ownership, right? So object ownership. So click edit. So here you have to click ACL enabled and all right, and then I acknowledge, right, to be here. You can just click and bucket preferred ownership object writer and save change. You have to do this on all the bucket. Okay, let's see now what is happening. So still it's giving error. One thing, what we have written here, make all object publicly accessible by enabling object ownership ACL enabled. Okay. Permission, go inside the here and just select all and see what it is. Action, create data, make publicly using ACL, right? So we have to select this and make it public. Okay, so all object is publicly accessible as of now. So let's see again and see if we are able to access. Yeah, great. So see, now our website is live on S3 URL. So see, this is S3 URL, right? From where we get this URL? From bucket, right? Here in the bucket properties, you will go in the website hosting. So you get this URL. See, now we get this URL. So our website is live on where? S3 URL, but still it is running on where? HTTP protocol. TTP. As if you will use as and try to access, it will give you error, right? You will not able to access it because it is not accessible on HTTPS. So till now, what we did, our website is live on HTTP, but right in real, you cannot, right? So see here, but in real, you cannot give anyone to you means you cannot give anyone to use HTTP on your website, right? If you will give, no one will use it, right? So you have to make it. So till now, what is, now we are able to access our domain on AWS, but you cannot share this, right? No one say, oh, this is not your website, you cannot share it, right? So what we have to do now, we have to create a DNS record so that we can access it like this, right? We can access it like this, right? It should be accessible like this. So from where you have to create your record, we have to create our record in our domain registrar from where we have our domain. So see, now it is showing active, right? On our domain, which we did migration in the initial, right? The now it is showing our domain is active, right? So just go inside your domain. Here you will get option for DNS. So now we have logged in the Cloudflare again, and we have find out in the website. Inside the website, we have find out our domain, and that is active, which we did a migration today only. Okay. So inside this, inside the DNS, you have to go inside the DNS, and here you have to add a record here. So what record we have to add? We have to add a CNAME record, right? Because what we have to do, we have to redirect, right? So we have to redirect our domain onto the S3, right? So here, what record will be there? S3.nscloudacademy. So you don't have to type complete s3.cloudacademy.com. We have to give in name only, right? Because we are changing for the domain. So once you will put here S3, it will automatically create s3.nscloudacademy, right? So where it want to migrate means from where? So we have to go on AWS again, go in the bucket, go in the properties, go in the last, right? So this is the last, and you have to just copy this record like this, right? And remove this HTTP colon and just copy this record completely. Means host name, you have to copy the host name, right? So inside this, and you have to paste your domain here. So again, see here, it's showing proxy. So you can leave it if you want. Let's see what is the difference, right? So once you will leave and save. So let's change this to 5 minutes. Okay, so we have changed this to 5 minutes. So what is this TTL means? This auto will take automatically, but when you will define 5 minutes, it will send update in every 5 minutes to the globe, right? So if you want, see, we have one. All right. So this, see here, we have a DNS checker, right? Once you will say here, na, see all class, right? Record is updated, but it's still some in some places, still we have old one, right? So it will take some time to propagate everywhere. Okay. So let's check CNAME record here. CNAME for which S3 dot NS Cloud Academy, and just click, see, propagation is happening, right? Means where it is updated, you will able to access it. If it is not updated, you will not able to access. So just try to access this on your system and see you are able to access or not. So now we have done it. So let's open it on http :// and see our website are opening or not. So it is saying continue. Okay, let's continue. Okay, great. All right. So now see our website is live on in our domain, right? We have successfully launched our website in our domain. Now, next step. But we have launched it, but still our website is showing not secure. See, you can still not share this to public to use in real, right? Yes, no. If your product is there and you want to share this, no one will use it if it is saying not secure in real site, right? So what you have to do now, the final touch is required. You have to implement SSL on your website. So how you can implement SSL on your website? Here we have two options. One, you have to configure a CloudFront, right? Inside this AWS, one service is there, CloudFront. So what is this CloudFront? CloudFront is a CDN, right? It's a CDN provided by AWS. So either you can create a CloudFront here, right, and configure it. So we are not going to use CloudFront. Why we are not going to use CloudFront? All right, you have to decide this. You have to choose the CloudFront, or you want to go with the basically cloud, right? Cloudflare. Understand? So why I choose Cloudflare? Because Cloudflare is a free, right? But when you will use CloudFront, CloudFront is chargeable for each and every hit on your website, right? Whenever anyone will hit it, you will get charged, right? So I will recommend don't use CloudFront until and unless you are 100% sure you have to use the CloudFront according to your own environment. It's totally depend on you. So I'm just giving an option here in a free also. And if you want to go with the CloudFront, we can go with the CloudFront too. But let's see the free first. So we already define, or we already migrated our domain in the Cloudflare, right? So right here, and here also you have an option for SSL for our website. See this, right? NS Cloud Academy, we have an option for SSL. So inside, see, it is saying Cloudflare and flexible, right? Encrypt traffic between the browser and Cloudflare. It is already there, right? Means in our server, we don't have any SSL, but the users who want to access our server, they could use SSL certificate because by default it is enabled, right? So let's try it and check it is just working or not. So it is not working. Why it is not working? Because you can use SSL from Cloudflare only once you will go in the DNS and enable this proxy status, right? This proxy is disabled for everything. So let's enable it. Enable proxy, okay? And then save it. Okay, so now we have enabled this proxy in our Cloudflare. So let's open and see. Now we are going to access or not. So it will definitely take some time to get propagate. Let's open this in a private browsing once, because maybe it's not opening due to cache. So once this propagation will happen, it will start working. All right, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so by default it is not enabled. So it is also why it is like this. Let's suppose we have one just like GitLab dot this one or NS Cloud Academy. So see what is the use of this proxy. So let's go on the terminal, and if you will try to just ping this website, you will get the, see, you are able to see IP. You are able to see the IP for Cloudflare, means where this server is hosted, nscloudacademy.in, where it is hosted. So it is hosted on this server, right? So we are able to get our actual server IP here, right? 73. See, but once you will enable it, proxy it, once you will enable, you will not able to access and know what is your basically. Okay, so let's wait for 2-3 minutes until this got propagated. And also let me do one thing. So once you basically enable your caching, right? So this caching is enabled. So here we have an option to purge cache. Let's purge everything, so that if anything old was there, it got automatically implemented or the domain, right? So still this domain is not propagated, so it will take some time. So this is basically, this is the environment, right? So we can wait for 5-10 minutes and let's see, it should work properly. Okay, so DNS flexible. Okay, right? If you don't want to apply, you can put it not secure. And also you have a full means there are three options. Full means encryption end to end. So see, you are able to see, if you will select this, right, you are able to see, means your in actual server you also have a SSL, right? In browser also you have SSL. In full strict means if you have purchased SSL certificate from any certificate authority, you can use this one, full strict. When you can choose full, when you have a self-signed certificate. Self-signed certificate means the certificate which you have already generated by your own, right? And when you will put flexible will be in that case when you don't have SSL on your server, but you want to use SSL, right? So we have to choose the flexible in this case. Okay, understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see, it is giving you, right, DNS pro finished NX domains. Whenever you will get this error, na, it means this server is DNS is still not propagated properly. That's why you will get this DNS error. All right, otherwise you will not get this DNS things. You will get something else. So let's see here. Still S3 CNAME. See, still see, still not updated. Let's see once DNS record properly. Oh my God. No, it is okay. That is fine. S3 we have created here. Anything is wrong? No, no, no. It is there. So it will take some time, right? So let me do one thing. Let me pause the recording and then wait, right? Okay, see, now the propagation is completed for DNS. So now see, it's started working on the SSL2. See, it's saying DNS is secured, right? So website is secured. So now it's working on SSL also. Let's open the private browsing 2 and see https://s3.nscloudacademy.com. All right, see, right? So it's working on secured side, right? So connection is secured. So this is how you can basically use, right, Cloudflare to secure your website if you don't have SSL on your own website. All right. So DNS definitely takes some time to replicate everywhere. Okay, great. So now that's it, right? So in today class, what we did, we successfully hosted our website on AWS S3 and make it secured, right, from Cloudflare. So in today class, what we complete thing perform, we just first thing we migrated our domain from GoDaddy to Cloudflare, right? Second, we created S3 bucket, uploaded our website, and make that website as a means that hosted that website on S3, right? And after that, we created a DNS record and we implemented SSL on it, right? How we implement SSL? Through Cloudflare, right? So see here, you have options, right? So this one is proxied and this option is there, flexible. So when you will choose flexible, then it will work only, right? If you don't have SSL on your origin server, means here it is, you are able to see the from browser to Cloudflare, it is secured, but from Cloudflare to origin server, it is unsecured. So definitely, if anyone will try to access our server, they will try to access from browser only or from terminal or anywhere, right? But they will not bypass the Cloudflare, right? So Cloudflare added protection in our website, right? It's good. Okay, great. So I hope it's done for today. So see you in next class. Bye bye.